It's time for Tier 2, Round 7 around Australia. I'm Chris, commentating tonight, and with me is Callum. Say hello, bud.
Hello.
Yeah, so Tier 2, probably our most competitive division in FTR at the moment.
Yeah.
Close championship fight as well.
4 points
19
separating
drivers.
Mercedes and Haas in the constructors, which is insanely close.
Yeah, I've nearly got a full lobby tonight as well. 19 drivers, just the one missing out, which I believe is FTR Enzo. He
Yep.
relinquished his championship lead by not being there last week, unfortunately. Sure, he'll be fighting back from Monaco next week.
Yeah, that'll be a mad race to watch, especially in this tier. Probably the most filled up tier, and just the drivers, how they're so close. I mean, obviously you're going to look at the top of the championship in terms of the drivers, but there's multiple people on the same points lower down. Say Edited Fawn, Run a Season, and Vigorous Unicorn all on 19. FTR Kyle also looking to get further up that grid after his fast win after coming up from Tier 3 a couple of races ago. So I think it's going to be a close one. But obviously before the race, no points on offer in qualifying. Any early predictions for pole, or are you going to avoid jinxing anyone?
I don't know. I don't want to jinx anyone because I've got this commentator's curse at the moment, haven't I? But Run a Season, he's been up there the last few races with his 1 lap pace. So early prediction for him, but don't discount F1 Hawks 23. He's moved down from Tier 1 as he's unable to make them races anymore, and yeah, he might just have that little bit of edge of pace over these guys, but we'll see how he gets on.
Is he in the lobby? What car is he in?
He is in the Renault.
Got you.
Your previous teammate as well, I believe.
Yep. Mad Fight Mexico. If you want to check out that stream, then feel free. Tier 1 Mexico. Last time out. But it'll be gonna be a good one. I mean, the Tier 3 almost all going a little bit too calm, I think, and obviously that huge crash towards the middle of the race brought out that safety car. Or just after the safety car, I think. But gonna be one to watch, definitely.
Yeah, definitely. Because it looks like they've got a dry session, as there's a lot clearer in the sky there than it was in the Tier 3 race.
Who's gonna be the first
comments. Sorry, early comments in the chat. AVFC or Chappers for pole.
2 very good options. I mean, they could all get it here, to be honest. There's no driver who's undeserving to be in this tier. They all rightfully deserve a chance. I reckon there'll be a field spread of maybe less than a second if they all set good laps. Obviously, we've got our debutant, Ben61 Racing, to accompany Shadow Genesis in the Red Bull.
Yeah, well, I remember that debutant driver who was actually AVFC, who came across him in an open lobby and said, "Get this guy in." So he's straight into the tier this week, something we rarely do.
And obviously, if you viewers want to come in, then we're always got a spot free. We've got 5 tiers open. That means up to 100 spots, obviously. So we also do other things like F2, realistic races. So there'll be something for a lot of people, and we've got end of week, weekend stuff.
Yeah, there is a link on the Twitch to get to the Discord channel if you so wish. Hopefully you can join in on the race in action.
All the drivers. Oh, there's an engine revving. Who is it?
Yeah, it's waiting for the first car to
Looks
come
like
out on track. 'Cause we've
LMB, I think.
got one driver on
Yeah,
mediums.
LMB.
Yeah, TTM LMB 17. I believe he's a championship leader as well.
BDS.
Yeah, Ferrari driver. His teammate, of course, edited form. Didn't
Just
have
an
the
F1,
greatest
the
of
first one
races
up by the
last
way.
week. He's also out as well. Just getting held there for the Williams. Would you say it was first? Justin? We'll stick
Yeah.
on board with Justin for now. Most of the drivers electing for soft tyres.
Kyle doing his normal
Just
thing
FTR.
on the
Yeah,
mediums.
just FTR Kyle on the mediums on the outlap at the moment. The other two, Jimbo and Unicorn, both staying in the pits. Perhaps using the old tactic of keeping those mediums on until the very end, and then just going on softs to try and fool a few drivers into different strategies. As Unicorn comes out the pits.
IRL Bibbin.
Yeah, Bibbin with the qualifying ban from Mexico. Unfortunately got caught cutting the track.
Just an invalidated
he's
this and next lap. Yes. Well,
Yeah, so
on to Asteroid, I think.
yeah, FTR Asteroid, he'll be the first car to set a flying lap, so let's stay on board with the Hash driver. Down to turn 3 on the brakes. Just misses the apex, but still tidy. Tidy through those sequence corners as well. Misses the curb there. You don't want to be touching the curb there on the right because it can spin the car out. Braking in a straight line, using that curb on the exit. And tidy so far. Avoids the curb on the exit.
It's either that or you cut across onto the green Asteroid turf, really. There's no in between. Otherwise you'll lose about 10 miles an hour, which is not what you want on a quali lap.
Oh, he's invalidated.
I'm going to sit on Ben 61 Racing then.
Kyle's the next car on a hot lap. Looks like the yellow flag's just for drivers moving out the way for faster cars. Looks like Asteroid's gone straight into the pits.
I think
Kyle's going to come round then to set the first lap, and it is 22.2 on mediums, which is beaten straight away by Ben 61 Racing with 21.5 on softs.
which is beaten by LMB with a 20.7.
F1 Hawks did a 22.3 on softs in the Renault.
Who's got better than that in him, definitely.
Edited form in the Ferrari 20.8 as Chappers, 21.1 in the Renault.
Lil Zeus, another really good qualifier in this tier, just coming onto his lap now. Invalidated on his last one, but neat and tidy so far.
Won a season. 21.6. What will the two Mercedes do? Penk and AVSC both still in the pits at the moment. It's gone forward with Jimbo. It's come around the last turn now in the McLaren.
Invalidated.
He's invalidated.
His teammate goes bottom, Justin goes 22-1, just above Kyle. This is a really good lap by Little Zeus, I think. This could challenge LMB for pole if he finishes off this third sector. Good
That's
exit.
looking good. 20.5, fastest lap, Little Zeus.
Jimbo going for a third lap on the mediums, I think.
Jimmy Jones also on lap. Oh, he's invalidated. Has he got
What's
wing
front
damage?
wing damage, it looks like it. Yeah.
Ollie Pappett. Yeah. Stay on board with the Williams driver. Currently in 19th place, but he's yet to set a time.
Origin's Pank just gonna come around sector 3 onto his lap now.
Yeah, it's just moved out the way for Ollie Papu. Bit of an understeer moment. He's just gone wide on the curve as well. Somehow doesn't invalidate.
Well, for the Williams driver.
It's 23.8, which is on softs, slower than Unicorn on mediums. He's going to need to go for another run, I think.
Bad run through turn 1 for Pank. Didn't jump over that curb like you really want to. Someone just jumped up. I think that's Chappers.
Genesix it was, into P5. So, good luck there from the Red Bull driver. Well done to you, mate. You've been practicing last couple of days for this.
Want to be some team orders in the Mercedes garage between AVFC and Pank. Maybe some slipstream down the pit straight.
Yeah, it seems getting messages from King Wolves here, there and everywhere.
Go and do not disturb if you don't want the stream interrupted.
We've got AVFC just starting his lap there. Let's stay on board with the Mercedes driver.
Ben61 racing up on his time currently. Just about to come through this very difficult 11-12 chicane. Now down on his time slightly. It's an improvement by nearly 3/10 for the Red Bull debut driver. Oh, Ollie Papa just caught that. Spun on the exit of turn 12, very easy to do. Wait.
AVFC P5 21.2.
P6 is Asteroid.
To P2. Yeah, knocks AVFC down to P6. I think 6 minutes of qualifying left. Justin's already invalidated his lap.
Oh,
Nitzel's already
Chappers, 3
invalidated his
tenths
lap.
up through the sector 2 split. Just coming through turn 15 now. Opening up onto turn 16. Seems a good lap. 20.6 up into P3. Very close between them all. At the top there. F1 Hawks at some point got into the 20s, and the 1,000th behind Jimmy Jones. And Jimmy Jones is 1,000th behind FTR Carl. That is really close for P6 there.
F1 Hawks plus 6 seconds on his time there, so
Yeah,
sure
it's
what's
on
going on there, unless it's
lap.
second lap.
Did you hear me
Kyle.
mention the difference between P6 to P8? That's mental.
Ah, that's very close. FTR Carl leading that trio of cars. Soft tyre, everyone in fact on the soft tyres, mate.
Run of season, very competitive lap at the minute, it's looking like. I think it's going to be around the likes of Chappers fighting for pole, as he always is. Just can't put together a good race at the minute, but will this be the time to change that? Comes across the line. 20.4. There it is. Provisional pole for the Racing Point.
Yeah, run a season taking pole position. So far, I say provisional pole position. Most of the drivers still with time to set their laps.
Looks like the chat are saying AVFC and Chappers for pole.
Let's take a look at the chat. I've asked the question again, as no one replied to the first one. Right, next corner lap, Shadow Genesis perhaps. Slightly down in the middle sector. There's going to be an improvement. Oh, no, stays where he is. P14. Pank is on another lap. He's up by 9 seconds.
Yeah, he's...
I'm not sure how that works.
His best lap was a 1:30 something, so that'd explain it.
Looks like he's backed off again.
A lot of the drivers just coming onto their laps now.
Yeah, little Zeus. Starting his flying lap now. The flags are in sector 3, but it's just for letting cars through.
Oh, that's unfortunate for ABFC. He was 2.5 tenths up and validates through that really tricky chicane.
Ah, a shame for the Mercedes driver. P11 there as well, so it stays where he is. At least he'll have free tyre choice.
Or he's going to go again by the looks of it. Maybe he'll back out at the end of next lap. He always is more of a driver for the race, but currently Kyle up by 6 tenths and he invalidates. Why do I speak? It's FTR Asteroid.
Right, Zeus is backed out of his lap. He's going to settle for where he is at the moment. Chappers on an out lap. Penk is up on his time this sector 2. Oh, he's invalidated as well. He will not be happy at all.
LMB now.
F1 Hawks on an out lap.
LMB keeping his lap time valid. 2.5 tenths up now. Can he challenge for pole? Improve 14, 15 now. Good on the power. Flat out through turn 16.
Oh, a little bit loose for the last corner. Cost him
He gets
a little
it.
bit of time, but he gets it. Great lap from the championship leader.
Ben 61 Racing. Can he improve on his time? Get into the top 10 maybe?
He's got McLaren in front of him that might be giving him a little bit of slipstream.
Just down on his time. Not what he wanted on his debut, but I'm sure he'll make up for it in the race. Justin on his lap now. Ollie Papaz had the same thing again, lost it on the exit of turn 12. I'm surprised he hasn't retired from nose damage. That is...
What's happened inside it before? Is he retired in the pits or crashed?
Yeah, he retired in the pits. Or has he retired on track?
Up on his time.
No, that's just LMB going slowly. Chappers, did you mention that on pole?
I didn't. I completely missed that from the Renault driver.
Well then, whoever said Chappers for pole, congratulations. Unless, actually, let's hold my tongue. We're on a season on his lap. Up by a tenth and a little bit. Can do sector 1, that'll be the split time through sector 2, and can he keep it valid? It's up by nearly a tenth. Using all of that exit curb. Open the DRS.
So Unicorn doesn't improve.
Oh no, he's invalidated.
Hawks. F1 Hawks P6.
That's just how close it was. Improves by 2 and a bit tenths. And he's jumped up a couple of positions. Jumped up about 5 positions. Really close. I mean, P1 all the way down to P12 is less than a second, which is what it should be, really.
Well, whoever it was in the chat that said Chappers,
Congratulations.
it was FTR Asteroid and FTR Top.
Well done.
Nice predictions, guys.
Asteroid, congratulations, but you nearly had pole yourself, so you win some, you lose some. But on to the race then. Will there be any crashes into turn 1, do you reckon?
Let's hope not. I really hope they all keep it clean.
Australia's probably the worst turn 1 on the calendar, in my opinion. It doesn't work with 2 cars going in there, in my opinion, especially coming out of the pits too wide. But let's see if these drivers can prove me wrong.
King Wolves is saying turn 1 front wing of FTR Kyle will come off. It could happen, but not the whole wing. It's very specific. It's the left or the right side. Tompa reckons the left side. Should get a poll up for this in the Discord. Caused by Vigorous Unicorn. As Chappers gets us away on the formation up. See what tyres the drivers outside the top 10 have gone for. And a mixture of tyres, mediums and hards being used. Justin, the only driver there in P14 using the soft tyres. Think about that, Callum. Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people using the mediums, the alternate strategy, which I think the softs are the best tyre here. Especially those people on hards. I mean, they could prove me wrong, and if they do, then congratulations. Maybe it's a faster slap attempt, getting in softs when the track's at its best. Maybe they're planning for a safety car. I don't know. Whatever they're planning, I hope it goes well for them. It goes well for every driver, but that's not going to happen because someone's going to have to lose out, aren't they? But it's going to be a good race.
Yeah, it should be an interesting battle for the drivers throughout the race. All the drivers, their race pace is relatively similar, so we should see battles throughout.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see the likes of ABFC. He'll be cutting through the field. I don't know, let's see how this Ben 61 Racing does on the medium tyres. Whether he is a poor qualifier to his race pace, or he seemed quick in them open lobbies, but here's his chance to prove himself.
Yeah, definitely. Not always all the drivers can show their pace on one lap or when it matters under pressure, but when it comes down to the actual race, they're a lot more consistent, and it shows through then. And we've got quite a number of drivers here in this league that are like that. So, been a clean formation up.
Yeah, I was just going to mention that.
No bumper
Much
cars.
better formation laps. No one being disqualified, no one out of position.
Yeah, Bibbin, fortunately with that qualifying ban, starting at the back on the medium tyre. What can he do? Hopefully doesn't go hot-headed into turn 1 from the back in frustration. We'll see.
Lights taking quite some time. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. Lights out and away we go here at Australia for round 7 of Tier 2. Bonus season with an amazing start down the inside of 2 cars. Can he get Asteroid? No. Oh, there's a couple of cars running right. Edited Fawn. Oh, there's edited
It's a
Fawn.
Mercedes off at the back.
There's a lot of VSC now. Someone's getting penalties here. Nipser and Unicorn and 2.
Yeah, I just flicked off base Asteroid to go through the pack as I caught a Mercedes on the grass. I think it was AVFC.
Still making positions though. So
Doesn't look like he's got wing damage.
we're back underway here.
He has got wing damage, right end plate. So did that prediction come right with FTR Kyle? Has he got damage?
Let's hope
He
not.
hasn't.
Oh wait, there was a stray McLaren there. Justin's off. And he's oh no. Nuts, isn't it? At least what I saw, I flicked onto his car, and to me it just looked like he drove straight into the side of Shadow. But I could be completely wrong, so
Yeah, I didn't quite see it. I've just seen Shadow defending from Jimbo Supernova for P12 and 13. They go on board with Little Zeus, tucked in behind LMB, who's also tucked in behind Rodder Season. Rodder Season's gone into the pits, so he must have wing damage. Justin's retired from the session.
not on track though. That is a genuine crash. Whether it's on purpose though, that's a very unusual place to crash. But yeah, again,
It's after the fast left-right, isn't it? Oh, Little Zeus nearly lost the car. There's Jimmy Jones. Capitalises on that error from Zeus. It's a 5-second penalty for someone just going into the pits for speeding. I think it was edited Fawn.
Just to point out the battle for P4 now between the Racing Point and the Williams. Just back from that, Origin's Pink, FTR car behind them. Well, that was hectic to say the least. Hopefully the drivers can settle in, put them head in the game, and just have a clean race from here on in. But
Yeah, position changes on lap 2. A number of drivers moved up 8 positions.
oh no, Jimmy Jones is out. No, how has he survived that? He got caught in the tyre barriers. His front wing is off.
He's trying to find a gap to turn the car back around. Fair play to him. Trying not to hinder anyone else's race.
I don't get how he's still driving. That was the perfect angle for your wheel to come flying off your car, and it stayed on. But
Asteroid for the lead on Chappers. Gaining. Still too far back to make a move on the brakes.
and there's going to be one almighty train forming from 1st to 6th.
Yeah, there's a bit of a gap then to Shadow Genesis. He's made his way up to P7 for starting P15.
Bibbin as well, was P10. I mean, most people behind him have either been in an instant or just been avoiding an instant, and he's just shot up. But still gaining 10 positions. Very good start for him.
F1 Hawks was also caught up in the lap 1 instant. He's in P12, currently holding off Ben 61 Racing. Different tyre choices, Ben 61 going for the softs.
We've got Asteroid. Been using a lot of his ERS to catch up to Chappers. Chappers has just been using it on the straights and been more conservative. As I say, that Hash driver uses all of his ERS. Overtake still being deployed. Chappers is letting by.
For the lead. They could be working together. Chappers is coming back. Chappers with 100% ERS, Asteroid with 57.
And LMB with 41.
FTR Kyle's got 12.
Need to be more conservative at the starts. I mean, If you have to let
Genesis as
someone
well.
through, do it.
Hawks has been overtaken by Ben 61. Apologies, missed that one on stream.
Just playing the
Good
long
luck to
game,
them.
obviously. Hards to softs. Not even close.
Well, he's made a pit stop on lap 1, hasn't he? So maybe he will try to take those hards to the very end. Likewise, AVFC, Fawn, Nipser, and now Jimmy Jones also on the hard tyre. As you've got Unicorn, I believe, started on the hards.
True, it was both the McLarens on them tyre. Chapper's getting a double DRS on Asteroid now. Can he gain in that gap? Still choosing to not use his overtake. Maybe it's time to use a little bit to stay in that DRS. But if he thinks he can manage the gap, then do that. But LMB just on the back of these two now. Don't think there'll be any moves made between these. I think there will be a change for Bibbin and Unicorn though. Bibbin obviously, very close to that McLaren driver. Nearly broke most of his front wing off then, but he survives.
Yeah, lucky to survive that one.
No one else really close as Jimbo Supernova is in again. Could this be a retirement? See within the next 5 seconds. No, it's coming into it. Oh, he had front wing damage again. And serving his 5-second penalty.
Chappers has dropped off at DRS range from Asteroid, and LMB is closed right in now. Back of the Renault driver. Unicorn locks up. And again. Oh, he's lost the car. No. Oh. I know he's been practicing. No traction.
Too much power on the exit turn 15. That is such a difficult place to get it right in this track. But
As he loses another position to Ollie Papa as well.
and
What a shame.
especially on them hard tyres, the last thing you want to be doing is spinning on them. And they'll obviously be overheating, and then I'll have to take like a lap to get them back into the operating window.
Be interested now how long it takes Bibbin to catch up to the sister Red Bull of Shadow Genesis. 6-second gap, so keep an eye on that one. But I'm going to go back onto the battle for the lead.
Chapper is
With,
using
Asteroid Chappers.
40% of his ERS on this lap just to catch up to the pass. Just misses out on DRS again by just over a tenth. Jimbo Supernova already getting lapped on lap 6. A race to forget for the McLaren, definitely. Meanwhile, back up here at the front, LMB on Chappers, Chappers on Asteroid. Will any move be made? None of them using much overtake really, just on the exit turns, how you really should use your overtake.
I was going to say Unicorn's caught back up to Papa, but Papa's gone into the pits. What tyres is he going to go onto? Started on the mediums. Well, actually, this is his second stop. Or is it?
No, I think it puts the stop on as soon as they go in the pit lane limiter thing. Just while you were on about that pit stop, LMB came so close to losing the car there through turn 4, 5. That could have been game over for the Ferrari, but he presses onto the back of Chappers. All of them now going to have DRS on each other, other than Asteroid obviously.
And top 5, it's only FTR Kyle that's got a penalty so far. Looks like Unicorn's got a 5-second penalty. Somehow run a season with a penalty as well.
And that was speed in the pit lane for Unicorn. I'll double check in the director.
Justin leaves the session. Very unfortunate for him. He did comment in the chat, but I didn't want to repeat the word he used. But yeah, very unfortunate.
It was Unicorn and Nips getting that 5-second penalty at the start. I remember now. Penker's in quite early on them soft tyres, but he emerges on the hards. Just in front of Vigorous Unicorn.
Jimmy Jones with a 3-second time penalty and Edited Fawn following suit.
Second speed is the yellow, that's Jimmy Jones. No front wing again.
Bibbin's progress is took about a second out of Shadow the last couple of laps.
I think Lil Zeus has an outside chance of his debut win here. I think if these three drivers in front get in a fight, then he could maybe use that alternate strategy. Oh wait, no, never mind. Maybe you could try and undercut them, get in front, and just cruise away to victory, really.
It's unfortunate. Jimmy Jones has just retired from the session in the pits.
Two of those drives are in. Gonna be interesting to see how the undercut works here for LMB and Lil Zeus. LMB was so cautious into the pits. It was about 10 miles an hour the speed he was going in, but it's better than a 5-second penalty.
So LMB rejoins in 6, but 5 seconds down on Bibbin, who's yet to make a stop.
So it's the yellow Ollie Papa round again. Loving spins on turn 12. Third time he's spinning that wall today alone.
So it looks like Jimbo's been lapped.
Yeah, he's been lapped for quite a while. Everyone from Bibbin down. No, Bibbin up even. Interesting developments in the fight for P1. Chappers nearly closing down an asteroid. Will they both be in this lap? Yes, they will.
Yeah, both at the same time. Chapper's gaining a little bit under braking that.
Right, I'm going to stick on LMB because I reckon he may just come out in front of one of these. I have a sneaking suspicion. If not, at least Lil Zeus is closed up to the back of this fight. I can't imagine they'll be too far.
On the start-finish straight now. And just coming out in front of him.
Or maybe he could jump Chappers with that compromise line for the runner. No, definitely gained. All of these drivers on the hards. Yep. Just a little bit back, we haven't really touched on this. ABFC and F1 Hawks.
Yeah, I was just watching this battle before I went to LMB. It was about 8 tenths on the last lap. It's down to 5 now.
Now,
so
how will...
FTR Kyle is in the lead at the moment, yet to make his stop, 10 seconds over Shadow.
I think Bibbin is going to play a big part in this race. Honestly, I don't think he'll be up there challenging these, but whether he'll hold up Asteroid and push him back into Chappers, pretty much forcing them to fight. Was Carl gets a 5-second penalty for speeding.
Yeah. He'll be fuming at that.
Definitely. Had his fair share of speeding yesterday in the Realistic Performance League. But I'm sure he'll make a comeback. He's going to come out behind Origin's Pank.
Just on board with the race leader, Shadow Genesis. Three seconds over Bibbin, so that time has been coming down. Asteroid nearly within DRS now with Bibbin. As Zeus has closed up on these as well, so it's brought him into play. And don't be surprised if Origin's Pank closes up onto this pack as well, which will bring Kyle into play as well.
And it's quite a big gap back to Runner season, but Base currently thanking Bibbin for giving him that DRS. Whether Bibbin will put up a fight, I'm not sure, but it's all been really close, but no one's really dared to make any moves. I think they're all scared, say LMB goes for Chappers and Asteroid sails away to victory. So I think they're just waiting, as they should. Just approaching the halfway mark now.
Oh, Pank's been overtaken by Kyle. Kyle's gone on the mediums. AVFC, will he be making a move down to turn 3?
As I thought, the dirty air from Bibbin is just holding back Asteroid. Chaps has took that gap 2 tenths down through the sector, now 3 tenths coming through 9, 10, one of them.
Yeah, it's really good to see P2, P6 so close together.
Don't forget AVFC on Hawks as well. This could be a move into, or AVFC had the option to go down the inside in turn 11, but I think that would end up with someone in the wall, so.
Hawks picked up a 3-second penalty for running deep, and AVFC looks to make a move down the inside. Hawks turns in, leaves the space. Kyle with the fastest lap, 24.8 on the medium tyres. It's good racing between the two. I think AVFC was just a little bit tentative whether Hawks was going to close the door.
Bibbin really helping out Asteroid here. Asteroid has managed to get past him on the pit straight, and now Bibbin is, I wouldn't say holding up, but keeping Chaps and LMB behind him.
Yeah, he's just picked up a 3-second time penalty as well. The first one out of the top 5, let's say, but you know, Kyle is closing in. I said it was going to be Pank, but it's actually Kyle that's closing in on those medium tyres, and even though he's got them penalties, he's going to be a factor, I think. Both AlphaTauris going to be factors in this race.
Oh no, Bibbins went in completely deep. Just completely outbroke the car. Everyone down to P6 is going to get by. No damage, luckily. Could have easily been if he locks up much more, but
that's really unlucky for the AlphaTauri drivers. Ben61 Races looking to make a move on Nipsit.
As AVFC gets past F1 Hawks, close between the two. Good to see that F1 Hawks does have the pace in this tour, as AVFC is a quick driver, and the fact that he's had a battle with him for this long, definitely the right tier for him in my opinion, but I imagine he'll be up there once he can get a good race. But I mean, he still could have a good race today, but P10 not looking like it.
Yeah, that's the problem with, I say it's a good problem to have, that anyone out of those 19 drivers could have a good race.
Also, he's got wind damage.
17th.
Oh no, that's like
P5.
Rainbow Supernova is out. That should be a VSC at least. That's a stray car on track. I mean, look at that. There you go, safety car. As soon as I say F1 Hawks isn't in this could have brought him right into it. I think this is mainly going to benefit. Oh, if Shadow Genesis stayed out a couple more laps, he would be sitting so pretty in P1, but...
Yeah, he'll be kicking himself.
The medium to hard, safe strategy, but not the one for me. This is... I reckon they'll all be on to mediums here. Smart choice. Asteroid out. Chappers is out. No, Chappers has stayed out. Allenby is stayed out. Kyle has stayed out. Origin's paying the first person in the main fight to choose to pit. And he's not going to lose one position.
5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. As just an update from the chat, it was Justin's controller that died on the exit of turn 12, which is why he crashed.
I think Pank is going to be in it to win it now on those fresh mediums compared to, let me just go on this, to 6-lap-old hards. Especially, Bibbin should have pitted realistically. He wasn't even going to lose one position if he pitted. So now he's stuck on 14-lap-old mediums.
Yeah, I'm not sure why he didn't pit. Bit unusual. Nipser as well in P10, 13-lap-old hard tyres.
Oh, Vigorous. Oh wait, Vigorous Unicorn's unlapping himself. Alright, I was gonna say. That's not what you want to do in the safety car. FTR Kyle is in. This Vigorous Unicorn speeds past everyone. McLaren unlapping themselves. Very similar. Disqualified from session. Vigorous Unicorn disqualified. Wow.
Wow, yeah.
I mean, you saw that message, right? It looks like he's still racing.
It said it ignoring yellow flag, but it looks like he's still going round, so hopefully it's just a glitch.
Roadmasters, fix your game. Also, I'm going to bring it up again.
You know what it is?
But, what is it?
It's because he unlapped himself.
Yeah, I knew that, but, like, it's just... like, why doesn't that register as him actually unlapping himself?
Yeah, it's another Codemasters glitch. We do try and point them all out for the viewers, just so we can try and explain what's going on. At the end of the day, it is still a game.
And as always, if any of you viewers want to join, the link's in the Twitch. If you want to have a look at the Discord, join these races. We have races from Thursday to Sunday, including F2, realistic leagues. So, if you want to join, then click the link, somewhere below the Twitch stream, and you'll be brought to the Discord.
We have space to accommodate all sorts of skills and ability-wise. So it slows right down there.
Bibbin, nice.
Bibbin.
And again, now's not the time to warm up your brakes. You've got a beautiful hairpin in front of you and you choose there.
Yeah, he is
Nipser with
within
his
his right.
second penalty
Nipser.
with run a season.
Yeah, I think when it gets to this stage of the race, you know, fatigue can kick in, and if you're not quite paying attention and the cars are all closing up like that, it's called the concertina effect. And inevitably someone's going to bump into the back of someone, and once that happens, the rest of them start doing it, and the game unfortunately issues out a 5-second penalty.
Just to bring up the standings, as I normally do under a safety car, Haas only 4 points behind Mercedes after the last time out, so they will currently overtake with a lot of room to spare, despite just a one-man Haas team. So Mercedes will be kicking themselves. Obviously Ferrari sitting in P3, a further 24 points off Haas. So Ferrari's been really consistent though, scoring points. Just looking at the drivers now, LMB obviously leading the Drivers' Championship by 11. AVFC behind, 11 points behind, that is. Asteroid, 6 points behind AVFC. So at the minute, Asteroid is going to be moving up to P2 in the championship.
In this lap, sorry to interrupt, but safety car is in this lap, so Asteroid will want to start backing them up.
It's really awkward restart chanting because the safety car is so slow. And I know we just feel insanely quick because these cars do up to 200 miles an hour, but look at base now, it's like going about 60 and the safety car is still barely pulling from him. F1 need to introduce a safety car. Shadow Genesis picks up a penalty with Tank.
That's what I was saying about paying attention.
Or was it
It's coming into the pits. Got to be so careful on a safety car restart. You don't know what the cars are going to do around you, so you have to be prepared for anything.
Or maybe it was something, I don't want to accuse Bibbin wrongly, but obviously we saw him earlier warming up his brakes in an interesting way. I'll say that. As Pank sends one around the outside. Go on. Yeah, but maybe it was just the Constantina effect of Pank off Bibbin and then Shadow.
Just notice as well that Hawks has got back past AVFC.
I think that was somewhere under pit stops or maybe somewhere else, but now Nipser and Hawks racing, too wide.
Edited forward. Down the inside, Ford locks up. Ben does really well to avoid it as Kyle is coming past as well, takes position, that's Ford down to P13.
AVFC gets past Nipser on the straight, that was close, that could have been Nipser out of the race possibly if they were too wide through there. Hawks past AVFC half a second between them now, they seem to just be using each other, and maybe when they get lost in their own little world then they'll start fighting, but I think AVFC is more than happy to sit behind and use the DRS.
Run a season picking up a 3-second penalty there as Zeus is going to get Bibbin on the start finish straight. Penk with the fastest lap, Bibbin with the squeeze.
Well, Zeus maybe have to take Zeus 2 warnings in one turn then.
Compromised his exit as Run a season looked like he'd lost the back end a little bit there.
FTR Kyle now on the inside of Ben 61. No contact made from the AlphaTauri or the Red Bull.
Yeah, Red Bull leaving plenty of room. Nice and fair. Perhaps could have fought it a little bit harder, but probably doesn't want to lose too much time. So close to the points there in P12. Doesn't have any penalties either.
This fight at the top still continuing. Chappers and Asteroid. Asteroid being a bit more aggressive on the RS, I think. Can't quite see. Yeah, 57 I think that is. Compared to Chappers 80 something. Very small numbers, so I can't quite read them, but
I think Origin's Pank is closing in on LMB.
Could be a nice four-way battle here. Nice to see 4 different constructors at the top as well. Well, it's all different down to P7. 7 different constructors in the top 7.
Oh, Kyle and Nipser side by side.
Oh, Kyle's got wing damage. Left-hand side. DRS enable one. Going on to lap 20. Only 9 laps to go now.
Bibbins into the pits, edited forward. Is he gonna... Thinks better of it. Just does enough to put Ben off his line.
Yeah, I was just going to bring up the gap between Champers and Asteroid is falling. LMB gets himself inside that 1 second window. I think Champers is going to make a move into Sector 3 here, you know.
AVFC picks up his first time penalty.
Only 5
warning.
drivers to get away.
Shadow Genesis, fastest lap. Won't count now because it's in P16.
I will quickly detail. Wait.
AVFC's
The
got the run
fastest
here.
lap will go to
I think
Origins
it's Kyle.
Pank.
Yeah. Pank on LMB, ran the outside. No, can't make it stick.
If that curb was a little bit smoother, Origins Pank would have switched back right down the inside. Chaps with a poor run out of 10-15.
Zeus is there as well, but P10, 11 and 12. Equally exciting battle. As Nips is into the pits. Runner season with the fastest lap.
The ongoing fight the entire race. ABFC down the inside into turn 1. Both give each other room. Hawks drops back a little bit. There's LMB at Peg. I mean, you've made it work once. But, I mean, I'm going to clip that. He was just a rocket ship into the gravel. Like, I mean, if you made it stick,
missed that.
then I'll send you the clip after the race. But anyway, the battle for first. Less than 2 tenths between the Renault and the Haas. Asteroid and Chappers. Can Chappers do what Kyle did last week at Mexico? Get promoted from tier 3 and then win in the tier above. Chappers out of any energy for this lap, being very aggressive.
Yeah, Asteroid still with 29% left as well.
Yeah, very close between them.
There's Zeus with LMB.
Chappers running really struggling in that last sector, like the gap is less than a tenth going into sector 3 and then it just slowly gets bigger. Asteroid ran a little bit in the grass.
Looks like one of LMB's penalties might be getting removed after the race. 5 seconds for getting bumped by Kyle. Yeah, as long as he sends it in, we can get that penalty removed. Not a problem, because he's not going to serve it in the pits. At least it's highly unlikely.
23-1 by Bibbin. That is fastest lap by quite some way.
Yeah, he's in P13 now. Kyle's in the pits. Presumably to fix that wing damage. As it's extremely close for the top 4 now, all within a second of each other.
Yeah, I'm just on the broadcast camera on Chappers and... Oh no, he picks up a penalty! Pushing
so it's just Asteroid.
No, Asteroid, Ben 61 and Shadow on the drivers, but that's huge for the race. Asteroid now 3.5 seconds in front. Chappers really needs to get a move on now if he wants to win this race.
Zeus, is he going to make a move? He's got 50% ERS to LMB's 7.
Little Zeus looking to be on that podium spot. Obviously 3 more seconds of penalties for LMB, even if that 5 seconds does get removed. But either way, Little Zeus is looking to get past into turn 4.
Oh, he's died. He couldn't get the car slowed down, and LMB's been pinched not
I hate
quite
to
into
say
the
it,
gravel,
but I
but
think
it's
that's a
costing
racing
time.
incident there.
Yeah.
Lil Zeus can't help locking up. He tries to turn to avoid the incident, but obviously just locks up into the side of him. Really unfortunate for LMB, and now Runner Season is going to be promoted up into 4th. As long as he doesn't get another penalty, I think.
He's not going to be happy about that, but if he looks back on the stream
Oh,
at
no.
Zeus's onboard, and you can see the lockup, he just couldn't get the car slowed down.
Runner Season has got
still
19 seconds, so I don't think he'll be challenging any podium.
Yeah,
Chappers.
AVFC's only 1.5 seconds off the back of there, and he's dragging a few cars along as well. His teammate is one of them. It's extremely close between 5 cars, mate.
This is one of the best battles we've seen all season. I mean, I know there hasn't been many actual moves, but just the sheer amount of cars running so close to each other. You wouldn't see this if you were watching F1 in real life. But as I say, that Chappers down the inside, can he make it stick? Yes, he can. He's got 5 laps to pull, 3 seconds. And if Asteroid gets too caught up with the cars behind, it's not out of the question. Just watching this on the broadcast camera is just very amazing. As Lil Zeus goes down the inside of Asteroid, Chappers will be spurring that Williams on. Asteroids gets around the outside on that long left-hander as LMB tries it as well. LMB boxed in. Can he get past Lil Zeus? Yes, he can, but it comes at a cost. The cost of 1 penalty. Asteroid now 1.5 seconds back from Chappers after that fight. Runner Season now round the outside. Can he make it stick? Just
This is
about.
bringing AVFC in. Look, it's so close between
And then it'll
the
bring
top
Pink
7 now.
and then Hawks.
LMB runs deep, but it's cut AVFC off slightly. His teammate nearly runs into the back of him as well. And Hawks must be looking at this from P8 thinking he can see the podium positions just down the straight.
Obviously, the likes of Ben 6 even Runner Season will drop all the way down to like outside the points possibly. As Ed Sticks Fawn is out. Ollie Papa, just you can see that, and then Bibbin.
Virtual safety car.
If anyone gets a driver in this top fight now, it'll be so annoying.
We should see the Ferrari on the right hand side now. Wow. AVFC with another penalty.
He got that on the safety car, just cut in the first turn of sector 2. The gap is now 2 seconds, 1.5, 1.2, 1.1 between the leaders. Virtual safety car is probably ending any second now. Shadow gets a drive through. Anyone else?
No.
No, luckily. Shadow Genesis is really out of any points. Just an extra punch while it's down, really. But Asteroid right on the back of Chappers. I don't think we'll see Asteroid being too aggressive, as he knows he's got this in the bag as long as he keeps the penalties down. As Lil Zeus picks up another penalty, he will be just looking on that penalty front now. That takes his total up to 6 seconds. And you got Runner Season on 19, LMB on 14, ABFC on 6, Penk on 11, and then Hawks on 3.
Yeah, this is amazing to watch how close they all are.
I mean, if you just look backwards from Chappers now, you can see everyone up to them 2 Mercedes, which is ridiculous.
Chappers just pulling a little bit of a gap on Asteroid now.
Really needs Asteroid to get in a fight with Lil Zeus. You can tell Asteroid is being ripped through that chicane. which is where most of the warnings do come around here.
Yeah, he's, apart from Ben 61, is the only driver in the top 10 without a penalty to his name. Well, run a season, he's lost the back end. And it's all closed up again.
Just watching this from Penk's point of view now.
AVFC down the inside of LMB. Makes
little bit of contact between the Mercedes and the Ferrari. F1 Hawks right past Penk. Penk's round! Ben 61 gets promoted to P8 surely. If not, then the wing damage will make it, so he is.
It's so unfortunate for Penk, but the battle's carrying on here as F1 Hawks now is trying to get past LMB.
He has got it on penalties. F1 Hawks in the top 5 on his debut in Tier 2.
Ben 61 as well looks set to take P5, I believe, after the penalties of the cars in front of him. If I've worked that out right. Zeus on Asteroid and Chappers for the lead.
Behind him. Yeah, he'll get P6. Why things are looking.
FTR Kyle with another 3-second penalty. That's 15 for him now.
Lil Zeus pressuring Asteroid. Asteroid seems to be struggling on them hards, really struggling with understeer. Lil Zeus even more.
FTR nips it with a 3-second penalty. Overtaken by Kyle as well, by the looks of it.
Now, can Asteroid pressure Chappers? And then the only way Chappers is going to win this is Zeus and Asteroid getting a mega fight for P2 here.
Papa getting past the limping home Penk. Might still get 1 point after penalties, but unlikely with the speed he's able to go at the moment. As Bibbin is off. Bibbin and Unicorn are off. There's been contact there between those two drivers.
Just on board with Kyle. Yeah, Vigorous Unicorn has lost a bit of front wing there.
So that promotes Penk back up into P10. Does have 11 seconds worth of penalties. Nips is still all over the back of Kyle a bit.
Lil Zeus on Asteroid, down the inside, into Sector 3.
Oh,
Asteroid is tapped him round.
Contact, and FTR Asteroid is turned in too soon.
Now, will that give Asteroid a penalty from our stewards? I'll clip it if Lil Zeus doesn't. Now, if Asteroid gets a penalty for that, Chappers has won this race. So unfortunate for Lil Zeus as well.
Penalty incurred will go on to the next race, of course.
Lil Zeus has left maybe a broken controller or a wheel or a monitor or something.
Try and invite him back, Callum.
Yeah, don't do that, but...
So, stricken up Zeus' car is dropped down to P8, promotes Ben up to P7. Top 6, all separated by about 4 seconds. AVFC promoted into P4. He's going to be taking that podium spot off Runner Season, who's all over the back of Asteroid. Jimmy Jones has left the session, he retired earlier on as Runner Season around the outside of Asteroid. Asteroid leaves the space this time. As
well
Chappers comes home to win the race.
Oh, it does.
Runner Season P2 on track, but he's going to drop right down. Asteroid takes the win after penalties. Chappers P2. F1 Hawks on the podium. Debuting in Tier 2. Ben 61 debut P5.
I will invite them all now.
Zeus still picking up points in P9, P10. Yeah, he's dropped out of the points completely. That's such a shame. Such a shame. As the race winner has already joined the party, please include your audio, Mr. Asteroid.
Yeah, I have, man.
Well done. Hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
What a race we have just witnessed. The first 7 or 8 cars there were all within a second or two of each other.
Oh.
Amazing battles. Right at the end there, Asteroid, bit of contact with Zeus.
I gave as much room as I could because my tyres were going off and I was being so careful. And that turn specifically, I kept on going a bit wide. So I didn't want to. I was trying to not compromise his race, to compromise my race as well. And it was just unlucky.
Yeah, we were on board with Zeus. Yeah, it's a tough one. Just
I know what
look
that's
back
going to
at
be.
it when we send the clips in, and we'll see. Yeah, but still, after penalties, you took the win on track. So well done to you.
Yeah, well done, mate.
Did look like you were conserving not so much tyres, but just trying to make sure that you weren't picking up any penalties, especially through the fast left-right turn 11 and 12.
Yeah, I tried my hardest. And near the end of the race, I lost my rhythm a little bit. I got two warnings, so I was very cautious. But I'm happy with that.
Definitely very cautious. Callum, if got any questions for Mr. Asteroid?
No, you've asked all I wanted to hear anyway. Just insane fighting and deserved win, I'd say.
Yeah, I think anyone, if 5 or 6 drivers there, could have took that win if not for penalties. I mean, Ron Season had 19 seconds worth of penalties, and that's dropped him right down. But yeah, we'll move on to FTR Chappers, P2. It was a strong result. We took the lead there briefly as well.
Yeah, it was annoying. I picked up one in the first couple of laps, and then just got into a rhythm. But then, just after the pit stop on the hard tyres, ran a little bit wide. I think I was just pushing too much, trying to get past FTR Asteroid there in first. Just trying to push the track limits as wide as possible. Obviously, that last one I picked up a time penalty, but me and him had a good race. Pushed each other to the limit. That's by far the best race I've enjoyed so far. Even though I didn't win, unfortunately, but all 3 of us deserved on the podium, I think.
Yeah, it's good respect to see as well between the tier 2 drivers. It was one of the best races I've watched, actually, the battles that were there. There was a lot of clean driving. Still some issues with some of the drivers and some of the moves that they made, which is unfortunate that some people got caught up in those instances. But yeah, well done to you. I'm going to move on to P3 now. F1 Hawks, obviously moving down from tier 1 into tier 2. We weren't sure what the pace was going to be like, but how did you find that then? I mean, podium on the debut.
Yeah, well, to be fair, if I'm looking at like tier 1 to tier 2, after quali, I still seem to be in that same sort of gap, in that 6th to 7th one, sort of 6th to 7th to 8th, that bottom field sort of gap. Thought I qualified quite well, had time left on the table, but I mucked it up, but still managed to qualify quite high. I had someone go down the inside of me on the first lap and take me front wing off, which was quite annoying. Meant I had to pit first lap for hards, get a wing change. Tried to do my best to recover and whatnot, and I was looking, just before the safety car come out, I was looking maybe a 10th, 9th, based on penalties and OVC not having any penalties at that point. But that safety car saved me massively. And then I just done my best to stay in the train. Didn't really know where I was going to finish because AVFC had a decent amount of 3-second time penalties. He was going to finish ahead of me, and then picked one up right towards the end. And Zeus only had 6, so I was just trying to stay in the DRS zone and within the time, just to try to keep it clean and whatnot, and pick up the points. And so it went quite well.
Yeah, getting a podium there at the end. It's a really good result, and we caught the battle between you and AFC on stream as well.
Yeah, huge respect to him. He was one of the cleanest races I've come up against. Superb respect and whatnot. They both of us had a couple of moments where we could have quite comfortably knocked each other off the track, but we didn't. We left the space, and it was some really good battling. So fair play to him, GG to him as well, and obviously to the 2 chaps that finished ahead of me.
Yeah,
I'll agree
well
with you
done.
on that.
And for you, chappers, that podium is a long time serve
Yes.
now.
I've been waiting for this. Well, obviously I've got 2 wins in tier 3. And then I'm really pushing myself to get up in the points and obviously onto the podium. This is my first race on wheel as well. I've just made the transition from pad to wheel, so first race on the wheel and I finished second. So I think that means a little bit more to me now.
Huge.
That's quite impressive. That's very impressive to do that, because it does take a lot of time to transition.
I've had it 3-4 weeks now, and I've just been every day after work just on it, practicing as much as trying to improve my time, find the braking points, turning points. So, but I have to give it to FTR Asteroid today though. He raced me hard, and so did Hawks as well, my new teammate, getting on the podium, getting Renault back up in the constructors, pushing us back off near the bottom of the table.
Yeah, good points for the constructors there as well. So, yeah, all round, I think that's a well-deserved podium for you 3 drivers. And I think if Callum's got any other questions, we'll call that a night.
No, that's everything.